Welcome, my loves, and welcome back to The Unwritten Life, the story of Claire. This is where we are telling the story of the major arcanas through Claire's life. So let's pick up on chapter 8, and we're going to call this The Wheels of Fortune's Turn. So the quiet strength that Claire had found within herself, guided by Isabella, had brought a new sense of calm. She was navigating her new life with more confidence, the lingering shadows of her past receding further with each passing day. The interactions with Leo, meanwhile, had blossomed into something beautiful and exciting. Their shared glances has become easy smiles, their quiet conversations now more open, and the unspoken connection between them felt like a vibrant, living thing. One crisp afternoon, while walking through Central Park, a sudden, heavy downpour forced Claire to seek shelter. She found a charming, small cafe. As she shook the rain from her hair, a cheerful voice chimed. Looks like the universe decided you needed a coffee break. Well, Claire looked up to see a woman with eyes that sparkled with an almost mischievous glee. She was dressed in a mix of patterns and colors that somehow perfectly suited her, and she carried a large, overflowing tote bag from which a deck of tarot cards eked out. Her energy was infectious, a whirlwind of optimism. This was undoubtedly her wheel of fortune. I'm Nova, the woman said, extending a hand, and I have a feeling this downpour is actually a stroke of luck. Happens all the time, doesn't it? One moment you're drenched, the next you're exactly where you're meant to be. Well, Claire found herself easily drawn into conversation with Nova. Nova was a free spirit, a self-proclaimed urban alchemist who seemed to find magic in the mundane. She talked about coincidence not as random events, but as the universe nudging you, about unexpected opportunities disguised as minor inconveniences. Life is a spinning wheel, Claire, Nova explained, stirring her coffee with a tiny silver spoon. Sometimes you're up, and sometimes you're down, but the wheel always turns. The trick is to ride it, not fight it. Well, Nova saw patterns everywhere, in the steam rising from their cups, in the way a taxi horn harmonized with the street musician, in the chance encounter that had brought them together. She spoke of embracing the flow, of trusting that even a downpour on the wheel was simply preparing you for an upturn. She pulled out her deck of cards, not for a formal reading, but to illustrate a point about cycles and chances. Every shuffle, every deal, it's a new possibility. And you, my dear, are ready for a very good spin. Well, later that week, a seemingly small opportunity arose at the community center where Claire had decided to volunteer. A local artist needed an assistant for a mural project, a temporary gig, but one that perfectly aligned with Claire's creative desires. The old Claire might have hesitated, bogged down by the uncertainty of it. But Nova's words echoed in her mind. The wheel always turns. This felt like a gift from the spinning wheel, a chance to fully step into a new path. She found herself talking about it with Leo one evening in his workshop. He was meticulously sanding a piece of wood, the quiet focus that had first drawn her to him, still present, but now softened. When she told him about the mural, his hands paused. He looked at her, his eyes warm with approval. "That's a good spin," he said, his voice low. "You deserve it, Claire. You've been putting in the work." He reached across the workbench, his fingers gently brushing hers for a fleeting moment, a spark that made her breath hitch. "Sometimes," he continued, his gaze holding hers, "the best things come when you least expect them, when you're just open to the turn." That touch, that quiet confirmation, felt like a silent promise of everything the Wheel of Fortune represented. An exciting, unpredictable shift, a confirmation that good things were indeed coming her way. Claire felt a thrill of anticipation, not just for the mural project, but for the thrilling, unfolding journey of her new life. She was no longer just standing at the crossroads. She was riding the wheel of fortune, trusting its turns, and feeling, for the first time, like she was truly in sync with the rhythm of her own destiny, with Leo there, right beside her. Wow, that is our Wheel of Fortune. Exciting, exciting. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Um, we will pick it back up in our next chapter, which we will call it Justice Balance. Something like that. We'll give it a good title. But I'll see you in chapter 9. I hope you're enjoying it. Bye bye.